Hey!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 91. The one where we finally figure out what Taylor was thinking when she wrote Look What You Made Me Do.
Are you going to do, 90s references?
That came out like a month ago. That is not even a 90s reference.
Wait.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's a Taylor Swift song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you heard that song? It's weird.
Wait, what song?
Look What You Made Me Do.
I actually did watch the video for that.
It's not a song.
So it came out last week?
Last month.
Last month, okay.
Yeah.
It has, 70 million views?
Yeah, that's the power of Taylor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I listened to it on and off trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and I can't. It's not a song.
I don't remember the song at all.
It's because it's not a song.
The video.
I don't know. It's a very, very bizarre track. I don't know what's going on with your girl. Todd in the Shadows did a really excellent teardown of the video of the song. I think everybody should watch that. As close as I've seen anybody come to explain what's going on.
Anyway, hello Ninja Spider, hello Dev Bird, hello Fish, hello Pink Sock. Damn it. AJ, Atten, Jim Boy, Anthony, Molly, hello everybody.
Hello anyone and everyone who is here to the #1 Taylor Swift podcast on YouTube. I'm kidding. That was the last time we'll talk about
her. So we got Metal Gear over here.
Metal Gear
for a reason. I also I added a thing. I wanted to have a sponsor goal.
Okay.
See, I declared this in my video. We're gonna when we get 20 sponsors on YouTube Gaming, 20.
Oh, I heard about this.
20.
Yes.
I will finally play Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yes,
and I will stream it. Mm-hmm. All of my frustration, or maybe I'll love it.
Who knows?
I highly doubt that though.
Now, are you gonna play it to completion or
no? Hell no. Maybe we'll have another sponsorship goal for that. I'm saying that because I tried to make a sponsorship goal bar to put somewhere, but I couldn't figure out how to do it on Streamlabs. But there's this bar. It's called a boss. Now there could be a stream boss, and it'll come up right underneath you, right by your feet.
Stream boss.
Yeah. It's like a bar. Like let's say Fred super chats some money. He will be the stream boss, and you guys can fight him. I don't know how it works. We'll figure it out. Before it was stuck on the screen, but now it's not there anymore for some reason. So you might see a bar come up beneath Will, and then that's what that'll be. But anyway, Snake's here.
Yes, for a reason.
Yes,
because it is once again that time where we tell you all the free games that you can get for PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Games with Gold if you are a subscriber to PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold.
And a lot of people will say, it's not free.
It's
free
with your membership.
Plus.
You're paying $59.99 a year. You're paying the price of one game to get all of these games.
12 months worth of games.
12 months worth of games. It's like, thousands of dollars worth of games.
Yes.
You think about it.
So, if it's not free in your eyes, it's still a damn good deal.
Yeah.
Even if you just want the month, that's $10 for Metal Gear.
Yeah.
So, we'll start with PlayStation.
Yeah, we'll start with PlayStation as we normally do. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is free for the month of October.
That is such a big deal.
That is a huge deal.
This game is absolutely.
The Phantom Pain was one of the biggest games.
There it is. Who's that? Oh, that's Fred with the $5 super chat.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
Oh, and Molly, thank you for the new sponsor.
Oh, thank you.
Someone
Molly
wants to see me play Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put the boss on this screen. There it is. Now, it says Kevin.
Who's Kevin?
That's what it said before. I thought it was just like the demo, and they just put a random name as Kevin. But now I guess the boss is just always going to be Kevin. That thing's going to be broken.
Yeah.
All right. Back to PlayStation.
Yeah. So Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain. Ground Zeroes, the prequel to Phantom Pain, was free. Like a year or two ago.
I feel like it's important to play that first. It's probably still cheap.
Probably, yeah.
Or just watch a
it is and it isn't, because it's more about getting you accommodated with the new gameplay mechanics of this new Metal Gear than it is really setting up the story. I mean, because they kind of just go over it real quick in the Phantom Pain.
Do they? I don't
Anyway,
remember.
yeah, in the very beginning.
Because it's important to let you know how he ended up there.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I guess you're right. I mean, it should have just been one game. That's a Konami problem.
Phantom Pain is such a good game. There still is not... there still aren't many games that are that good.
Yeah.
This came out 2 years ago, and... Man, what else is good? What else is as good? Zelda? Like... It was my runner up for game of the year in 2015 because Mario Maker came out the same year, and you just can't beat Mario Maker. Plus the story, it leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, the story was not like did nothing.
But
for
the
me.
gameplay is absolutely amazing. There is still nothing that compares to that gameplay loop.
One of these days, I'm gonna get back into it because I like stopped for a while because like something wasn't clicking with me.
Yeah.
I recognized it was a good game and that there was a lot of great elements and I was doing things that like other games just couldn't do. But I don't know. Like something wasn't working for me.
Maybe it was the RPG elements.
Might have been
Because you have to devote a little bit to
it's
it.
not like a traditional Metal Gear game where you can like just go through it like a standard game.
You have to pay attention to your loadout and everything.
You do. You have to build your mother base. You have to build your army, your team. You have to, pick the right person to go with you on a mission.
For some reason, I was okay with that. And I don't like RPGs, but I was totally fine with... Because I guess there's so many there's no wrong way.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. Like, I focused on just a couple of things. I didn't try to get everything in the game. I focused on my play style pretty much. So,
but I think I'll definitely like hop back into this game one day
for free,
definitely
get this game.
Yeah. But if for some reason you're not into Metal Gear, unsubscribe. But you also have on PlayStation 4 you have the Amnesia collection, which includes both The Dark Descent and A Machine for Pigs. Amnesia, if you don't know, those are those really scary first-person horror Slender type games.
You didn't play that, right?
I played...
You played Condemned.
No, I did. That's a totally different game. Right. I actually did play a little bit of The Dark Descent.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. It's like one of those very slow burn games. The controls are really awkward because like you have to actually like... I played it on PC. So with the mouse, you had to actually like act everything out. Like you had to actually open a door or pick up a chair.
That sucks.
Yeah, and like when you're trying
terrible.
to run from like horrors beyond belief, it's hard to do. But they're very popular. A lot of people like those games, so now they're free, both of them, which is a good deal. Also for PlayStation Plus, those games are on PS4. I should mention. For PlayStation 3, you get Monster Jam Battlegrounds and Hustle Kings. I just like the title of that. And for PlayStation Vita, you get Hue and Skyforce Anniversary. And those games will be cross-buy on PlayStation 4.
I love when they're cross-buy on PS4.
I feel like they're all cross-buy now. If you buy them on the Vita, you can play them on PS4 because who owns a Vita?
Oh, and is Riggs free?
I believe Riggs is still
Don't forget
free.
that Riggs Mechanized Combat is free for all PlayStation Plus members until November 7th. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have a PlayStation VR, Riggs is also really good. It's basically VR Rocket League.
Yeah.
But it'll probably make you sick.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Xbox.
Xbox Live
Damn.
Games with Gold. Now again, Xbox, the PlayStation games are all month long, all the month of October. Microsoft likes to stagger their releases. So for Xbox One, all October long, from October 1st to October 31st, you get Gone Home, the console edition. And from October 16th to November 15th, the Turning Test. Gone Home is one of those games that like is apparently one of like the most popular indie games of the year, all big accolades and stuff. I heard it's like 2 hours long and stuff. I do want to play this, and I feel like now that it's on Xbox,
Now you can play it.
I'll actually get a chance.
I have it free on PlayStation like a long time ago. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like one of the first.
I have it on here from like a Humble Bundle thing, but I never play it.
Yeah.
But now that it's on Xbox, maybe I'll just plow through it. And the Turning Test, I heard it's supposed to be really good. That's another one of those.
Is
like
that another walking simulator?
I don't think
call
so. No, I think that's a puzzle game. It's like a first-person puzzle game. Like the Tesla
I like
effect.
how Major Nelson actually links you to
Yes.
the games.
Good guy, Major Nelson. Yeah, this is a first-person puzzler, so it is like
okay.
the Tesla effect. Okay, yeah, that could be a gig. And then on Xbox 360, which is you can play on your Xbox One. These games will play on your Xbox One. These Xbox 360 games for the first half of October, October 1st to the 15th, is Rayman 3 HD, the HD version of Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc.
I did not know that game existed.
Yeah, a lot of people because they always re-release Rayman 2 on everything. People forget that there was a Rayman 3.
I did not
And
know
then all the 2D Rayman games. But this is supposed to be really good. So I'm excited for that. And then the second half of October, the 16th to the 31st, is Medal of Honor Airborne. I believe this was the last Medal of Honor game before they reboot it to the modern era. Mm-hmm. And this actually had an interesting concept. You start every level jumping out of an airplane. And you can land in a different spot on the map every time. So it changes the way you start the mission, really how you progress from there.
Basically PlayerUnknown's Battleground, but in 10 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's cool. I'm sure it's a short single player campaign. I might actually check this out. Because I did back in the day I wanted to play it, but when I was 20, now
was
that I'm 30.
Was that the death of Medal of Honor?
I don't know if it was towards the end. I don't think this got bad reviews, but I think this was at a point where people were just like, all right, enough of this World War II malarkey.
What was it? Was Metal Gear Call of Duty already on modern times by that point?
I think so. I think they already went to modern.
So there was Okay, so yeah, it was there was Airborne, and then after that, in the same year, there was Heroes 2.
Oh, that was the Wii one with the motion controls.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
so that doesn't count.
Yeah. What year was that?
2007. 2007, we had Medal of Honor Vanguard, Medal of Honor Airborne, and Medal of Honor 2. Heroes 2.
Yeah.
Vanguard was also for the Wii. Then in 2010, so 3 years later, it was the reboot.
Yeah, I think
that was terrible.
Yeah, I think 2007 was when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 came out.
So Medal of Honor Airborne probably killed the franchise. It had a Metacritic of 78.
Yeah, no, I said,
that's not
it didn't get bad reviews. I think just by then people are like World War II, more like World War Poo. Am I right? That was not a.
You got it. You did it. No, that was good. That was good. I'm looking up the Call of Duty list.
I'm pretty sure it was 2007 was Modern Warfare.
2007 was Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Yep. So Call of Duty 3 was 2006, which was there.
Yeah.
And then immediately after 2007, Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Call of Duty already moved on from World War II.
Yeah.
Now we're back. Now we're going back.
Yeah.
It's like how we cell phones got smaller and smaller.
Now they're
getting bigger and bigger. We're reverting back to World War II. And there's Nazis now in real life.
Yeah.
So we're really reverting back to
it's
World War
crazy
II.
time. But those are your free games for both PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Games with Gold. If you are subscribed to either of those subscription services, get them. Just get these games.
Get free. And you know what? You don't even have to be on your PlayStation or Xbox to do it.
You don't. You can do it from the
website.
phone. You can do it from the website.
And so you just add it to your cart, buy it in quotes. Make sure you don't actually put your credit card in.
It'll say free or price $0.
Yeah, and you'll get a receipt that says $0, and then you can download it whenever you want. Mm-hmm. But make sure you put it in your cart.
Yes.
That's that.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, Will,
yes,
why don't we unbox some stuff early?
Okay.
We have some goodies. Let's unbox first.
Okay.
So I didn't know what this was because it came from Amazon.
Okay.
So I opened it already. But I think you should open it.
Okay. I think I will. Ooh. Apple Pie Oreos.
Apple Pie Oreos.
Nice.
And the next one is definitely for you. So we can just take a random guess who sent that.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know who sent this.
That is One Piece.
One Piece volumes 4, 5, and 6 in one bundle.
Wait, so that's Fred.
Yes.
Fred in the chat.
You
see his big
Fred.
fat name. Didn't he send that already?
He sent me 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, so it's 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. So he's expecting that you have already read the other ones.
Yeah, surprise.
Let me see this.
I haven't forgotten. I honestly have not forgotten. I've just been kind of busy.
Kind of busy.
Kind of busy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So there you go. Now you got more reading material for you.
Hooray!
So we have to try these.
Yeah,
Even though I've had these before.
I've had those before too,
and they're really good.
They are pretty good.
Do you have these at home?
Yes.
Oh, because there's already a case here.
Did you know? All right. The Oreo Thins have salted caramel flavored ones.
No.
You haven't seen those?
No.
Oh, you should come over more. We have a pack in my house.
I love the thin ones. Thin ones are so good.
Wow.
I like these because they are pretty much just like the cinnamon bun Oreos.
With more apple flavor.
It's like a hint of apple.
Yeah.
But, so we already know how those are. I very much like the vanilla wafers. But I got these. Which we haven't tried yet.
I've tried those.
God damn it.
I like those better.
I haven't tried these yet.
Cookie butter Oreos.
Which is weird. Because they're cookies.
Yeah.
So it's got the butter of itself inside.
Yeah.
There's one missing already.
Wasn't me. I have a pack of these in my house too. You should come over more.
You should shut up.
We're Snack Haven. Outer Snack Haven. Big Boss's dream.
I'm just going to start showing up randomly to make you... And then you're going to be like, please stop. Actually, you can't even tell the difference.
Yeah. Like, hold on.
It just tastes like the wafer. The whole thing tastes like the wafer.
Like, to the naked eye, they look exactly the same.
I can't tell if the cookie butter ones are darker.
I know.
I think it's darker.
Just a little bit.
Take the tops off. This is really important news.
Yeah, I mixed them up, so now I can't even tell.
Yeah, those are the same. Well, one's a little darker.
One's a little darker. I think the cookie butter one's a little darker.
Give me the cookie butter one. 'Cause now I have no idea what this inside tastes like.
But like to the untrained eye, they look exactly the same. And to people listening to this on the audio version, they look exactly the same because they can't see it.
I can't tell what the inside tastes like. It doesn't taste like anything. It's like a hint of like a very hint of vanilla, but it really just tastes like if I mushed the cookie around in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's good.
They're very good.
Damn. Did our video freeze?
I don't think so.
No. Maybe it just froze. I think it just froze on my stream. I'm gonna refresh it. We were having video issues before we started.
Yeah, still going for me, so.
Yeah, it was just my computer. Okay.
All right.
Molly asks, do we get sketch cards for YouTube gaming subscriptions? No. Those are only Twitch subscriptions. I apologize. But that's how it is. That's the way the news goes. Also, thank you, Fred, for all of your treats. If you want to send us anything, P.O. Box is in the description. Mm-hmm. You don't have to send us anything. Please don't, unless it's consumable.
Yeah, preferably.
Meowsy says, did our video freeze? Refresh. If it did. Well, let's move on. Moving on to... Well, there's 19 Switch games coming out this week.
Really? This
19 week? Coming out this week.
Damn.
Did you even know?
No.
Because everybody's just waiting for Mario Odyssey.
It's, the Switch has, like, more games than you think. Like, you go to the eShop, and there's, like, 100 games added, like, all the time.
You know what I played last night? It was really good. Gunvolt.
Yeah.
Gunvolt is really good. The actual levels are meh, but the boss fights make up for it. It is really good.
Yeah.
Also, there's so many mechanics, and there's so many different things that you have to use to get through the level. Yeah. So it takes a little bit of brain power, which is not good when you're streaming.
Yeah.
So, on Switch, coming out this week, the first one on the list, One Piece Unlimited World Red Deluxe Edition.
Of course.
Then FIFA 18, which I think still is embargoed.
That's the one where first EA said it's going to be the full FIFA 18. Then they said, no, it's a Switch version of FIFA 18, which means it's going to be a crappy version of
And
FIFA
they're not
18.
sending out
Yeah.
test units or anything. It's gonna be garbo.
Which sucks because, 2K Games is putting out the full NBA 2K and WWE 2K
Good
on
for
the
them.
Switch.
Good for them.
Doom is coming to the Switch. I don't know if you knew this.
It probably took a lot of work to get NBA 2K on the Switch.
Probably.
But they know that it's worth it.
Yeah, so the fact that EA is not doing that is just honestly kind of pitiful.
This one's the big deal, boys
Oh, yes.
and girls. Arcade Archives Mario Brothers.
The first release in Nintendo's Arcade Archives line, where they take their arcade games from the 80s and finally re-release them for the first time in a long time.
The caveat here, the little bugaboo everybody's got is that it is $8. It's $7.99.
Really?
Yeah, that's a little. That's a little.
That's fairly pricey.
Fairly pricey
for an old arcade game that is if you're good, you can beat it fairly quickly.
I would have absolutely no problem paying $8 for versus Super Mario Brothers. No problem at all, because this is the first time we're getting that game.
Yeah,
ever.
I feel like
this game I have on my 3DS from the Ambassador program. I'm pretty sure
that's the NES version.
Oh.
They did port some of these to the NES, but they're different. Because, the big thing is Donkey Kong. The NES version has 3 levels, where the arcade has 4.
Right.
So if that ever gets brought over to Arcade Archives, that's going to be a big deal.
That's a good point, because I was playing it in the arcade the other day, and I was like, what is this level?
Yeah. So, I just feel like $8 is...
Should have been $5.
Yeah, because NES games on Wii and Wii U are $5.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that is a lot. Unless they're going to give you all of them afterwards, but that's not going to happen.
But yeah, it's a lot, but it was tiered. SNES and Genesis games were $8.
Where was I? Next is Picross S. Or P-Cross. I don't know how you pronounce it. Also, Golf Story. Let me look this up.
Yeah, I think that's the golf RPG.
Yes. Yes, it is the golf RPG. Tower of Babel, Sparkle 2, Earth Atlantis, Demo. I don't know what that is. Let me look.
I've heard of Demo.
I've heard of Demo also. Googly. Oh, it's a weird looking indie game.
Conga Master Party, Pankapu.
Yes. Inverse Deluxe, Butcher, Brave Dungeon Plus, Dark Witch Story, Combat, in all caps, Binaries, Astro Bears Party, Physical Contact, Picture Place, and ACA Neo Geo Burning Fight. Basically, whole bunch of random crap,
right?
Plus One Piece, FIFA, and Arcade, and P-Cross, and Golf Story.
Right. I will say,
I good on comicbook.com for putting this list in order of importance.
Yeah. I will say, there are a lot of old Neo Geo games on the Switch.
Yes.
Like
Neo Geo.
like the ACA Neo Geo line, they're slowly rolling out pretty much the entire catalog. It's weird because they're doing Metal Slug out of order.
That is weird.
Like they did 3, then 1, then 5, then X, and all this stuff.
Neo Geo went all in on the
Yeah.
Switch. They've been releasing stuff since the Switch came out,
Which is good.
This One Piece game actually looks pretty good, I have to say. Yeah, I like. So I'm of the mind that I think that consoles should open up the floodgates and let anybody release a game.
Yeah.
Be like Steam in that regard.
Yeah. Well, that could lead to some problems because then you have Steam Greenlight, which is just a marketplace of just crap.
I want to be able to put whatever I want on my system, but there should be like a featured list.
I agree with you that that game makers need to start putting their games on more and more platforms, more and more devices. I do agree with you on that. I just don't know if just opening the floodgates as it were, like the way Steam did, is a good idea.
Well, what I'm getting at is that it looks like Switch is Nintendo is pretty much opening the floodgates.
Yes.
This is a lot of crap, if you will.
Yeah. Well, if you scroll down, comicbook.com does have a little thing on FIFA 18. It says EA did right by Nintendo fans. FIFA 18 finally changed the FIFA formula in a big way, and the physics and animations finally feel right. FIFA 18 runs at a smooth 60 frames per second on the Switch, and although it's lacking some narrative single-player components, early impressions point to FIFA 18 as the current standout sports title on Nintendo's hybrid. So it looks like...
Current standout sports title?
Yeah.
Is it out?
I don't know. NBA 2K is out. How did that do?
It says December 29th, so it's not even out. September 29th, so it's not out yet. Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's embargoed.
Yeah, probably.
So then how could they say that? They can't say that. They're just making that up then. Oh, FIFA 18, 84 on PlayStation 4. On Switch, nothing. So they don't know. They just made that up. You can't just say that. You can't just say, "Oh, it's stand." That's just a blurb. That's just a blip that they made up, just to put copy in their article.
So right now, NBA 2K18.
This is also the website that called me Wulff Den.
Yes.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Fake news. So NBA 2K18 on the Switch has a 73 on Metacritic, and on PS4 it has an 82. So it's not that much of a difference, I guess, in the grand scheme of things.
73, 82, that's pretty.
No, it's a 10-point difference.
Pretty damn big difference. But FIFA doesn't have because they embargoed it. They didn't send out copies. That's why. How do they know? They didn't send people copies to play the game.
An embargo doesn't mean they didn't send copies.
No. It's embargoed and they didn't sell copies. They didn't send out copies. They didn't send out review units.
Okay.
So that's why this confuses me.
Yeah. NBA 2K18, however, has a 1.9% user score because it's got a lot of microtransactions in it.
Oh, people don't like that.
Nope.
Noah says, "Knack 2, baby." Atten says, "Tower of Babel!" Exclamation point, question mark, question mark. I don't know what that is. Viper says, "If we're porting over classic arcade beat-em-ups, I'd love to see Konami bring back the TMNT and Simpsons games from their early 90s.
That's going to be weird because I think Activision owns the Turtles license and EA owns the Simpsons license. They were able to do something last gen, like put them out temporarily, but then they got rescinded. So I don't know. Maybe. Konami doesn't seem to care a whole lot anymore, so
It's true.
We'll see.
So yeah, again, it looks like Nintendo's allowing a lot of crap to come out on Switch, which I think is fine.
Yes, especially compared to the last system where they didn't have anything come out.
Yeah, the weird little thing is when they release mobile phone games and just shove them out for the Switch.
Yeah,
I think that's weird because things like
Oceanhorn, that's the big one.
Implosion, that's the one that is good on the phone because there's nothing like it on the phone. But on the Switch, it's terrible because there's actual games on the Switch.
Well, it's terrible because Oceanhorn is a Zelda clone, and you have the real deal on the system.
All right, I'm going to jump over to this real quick.
Okay.
Super Mario Odyssey will.
Yes.
It runs docked at 900p.
Scandal.
Throw everything out.
It's sell your Switches.
Resolution gate.
Sell your Switches, folks.
PC Master Race.
Yeah.
This is garbage. I can't.
I mean, how can we live in a world where there are 130 games coming out for X?
I'm throwing this. I'm throwing my hat on the ground.
They just announced that 130 games are Xbox One X enhanced, 4K 60, all the teraflop crap, and stupid Switch can't run in 1080p.
No. Garbage console for garbage people.
Yeah.
So Digital Foundry, wonderful folks over there, did a fantastic video again, analyzing Super Mario Odyssey. I was playing around with footage during one of my videos, and I noticed that a lot of the Nintendo streams were in 720p, and it was hard to find 1080p footage of Super Mario Odyssey. Apparently, previously, all of the stuff for Super Mario Odyssey was 720p, which is weird because it looked fantastic at E3 on the TVs, but I didn't get to play it on one of the TVs. Right. Apparently, it was 720p.
Interesting.
Now, it's 900p, but it runs at 60 frames per second. And a very solid 60 frames per second. The only time it dips down to 58 frames is when a text bubble comes up, like a tutorial bubble. Yeah. But that's it. It is a very solid 60 frames per second. Also, it dips to 30 when you go into the camera mode to take a picture.
Oh, yeah.
But it ramps all of the detail and textures up. So
that's why it looks so good.
That's it. So it takes the frame rate down because who really cares? Yeah. But it ramps all of the detail up.
Okay.
So this game still looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is very heavily optimized. And of course, the screen on the Switch itself is only 720p. Yeah. So when you're playing it handheld, it's only running at 720p. Mm-hmm. But docked, it will be 900p. Well, as of right now, it's 900p. We don't know what it's going to be when it comes out.
Right.
It could be 1080p when it comes out. They just might not have optimized it yet. But as of right now, it's only running at 900p, which I don't care about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of PS4 games that run at 900p.
A lot of Xbox One games that run at 900.
Yeah, so
no big deal.
This is still one of the most beautiful games.
Yeah, it's going to be great anyway. It doesn't matter that whether or not it has the most P's.
Yeah. Molly says new gameplay footage just came out. I think that's where Digital Foundry got their footage. They were playing around with it. They also said cutscenes are down-res to 720p or something weird.
Yeah.
Something weird like that. But they couldn't show any cutscenes because of their embargo. Thong Master says, you're telling me that a console manufacturer finally realized that it's pointless to compete against PC in the graphics department and instead made a game with great gameplay and a good frame rate?
I know, right?
I know,
it really is the end of the world.
I know.
Where'd you get that hat, by the way?
GameStop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got it, and I went up to the counter to buy it, and the guy said, "I have a question. Are you on YouTube?" And I said, "Yep." And he goes, "Wulff Den?" I said, "Yep." What gave it away?
Nice.
It was the hat, because I was buying the hat.
Nice.
All right. Oh wait, somebody said. Oh, DevBird says Bob was wrong about Skyrim because I think I said that it's not going to be the special edition.
Oh, yeah.
And it is the special edition. But what defines the special edition?
It just comes with all the DLC.
Like, of course it's going to come with all the DLC. Yeah. But
I think also the special edition that came out on PS4 and Xbox One has, like, up to textures and crap.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The Switch version cannot be the same special edition as the PS4 and Xbox One.
Right.
I want to find when I said that it's not going to be a special edition because I'm pretty sure I specified that.
I think I remember you saying it's not going to be the special edition.
I definitely said that.
I was trying to say, like, it's going to come with everything the special edition came with.
Yes.
It'll probably be down-resed.
Yes, exactly. But that's the thing. Like,
I think your whole point was that what made it the special edition was the up-resing.
Yes. But I don't know that.
Right.
So find out how I was wrong. So, all right, what do you got?
I don't have much, to be honest with you.
I have a couple more things, but they're not that important.
I have...
Thanks for watching, everybody.
I have, like, two things. They're both Marvel-related.
Everybody loves Marvel.
We'll go into one real quick. Marvel Legacy came out. Their one-shot that's supposed to, like, be their answer to DC Rebirth. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'll do my Wednesday video on it. Suffice it to say, I'm not impressed.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it's fixing anything. I don't think it's answering a whole lot.
Wait, it's a one-shot?
It's a one-shot.
Oh, wow.
You remember how Rebirth was a one-shot that was going to set up the status quo for the DC universe going forward?
Yeah, no, but okay.
Well...
I don't remember being a one-shot.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, the DC Universe Rebirth one-shot special. It was $2.99. It was 80 pages, and it was set up the entire DC Universe line going forward. Marvel Legacy is $4.99, 50 pages, and it's supposed to do the same thing. I don't really think it did that.
Okay.
Because it would go back and forth between like 2 or 3 stories. Certain things would get a page of like setup or explanation, but not a lot. And a lot of it was like unsatisfying.
Marvel's reboots don't ever reboot anything.
Not really.
They always call it a reboot, and then nothing really happens. And then DC does a reboot, and the whole universe changes, and all this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the big thing, I'm gonna go into spoilers, even though it's not a spoiler because they announced it like 2 days before the comic came out, because that's how comics work. The big thing is that, spoiler alerts, last time, Wolverine is back. Like the real Wolverine.
Who could have guessed that?
Like finally, like
He was encased in what, concrete?
adamantium.
Oh, adamantium.
Yeah.
Cool.
But he escaped. He's back. He has an Infinity Stone.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So has he just been sitting
He's been sitting
adamantium?
in his adamantium casing for like 2 years, I guess.
Oh
Now he's back. But the thing is, I feel like Marvel thought this would be like when Wally West returned in Rebirth, but it's not handled the same way. Because in Rebirth, you find out Wally West is back like immediately, and it's woven into the overarching story. You know, the whole point of that special was not only Wally coming back, but also like how he's seen everything change around him. In this, it's just like, oh, hey, Wolverine's back, and he's got an Infinity Stone. Yeah, that was pretty much it. There is an overarching like narrator talking about what's going on, but, and I'll get into that in my Wednesday video, but that person doesn't have the same emotional connection, doesn't paint the same picture that Wally West did in Rebirth. Like, this person is definitely just looking down on like what's going on, going, yeah, this is happening.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I read it as quickly as I could so I can like talk about it here. I'm going to read it again so I can talk about it more in depth on the Wednesday episode. There were some interesting things about it. Like, I think it's kind of cool what they're going to do with Deadpool, the way they set him up. Apparently, Wakanda is not just a country in Africa. It's an intergalactic federation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Black Panther has his own planet. But yeah, otherwise, like, I don't know.
Tommy Rojas in the chat says, "Go into comics, Will. Please dive into comics. Drown in them." So everybody was waiting for this.
Yes.
Marvel Legacy.
Yes.
And it's a flop. What are you saying?
I don't think it's what we were looking for.
But it's not. It's a one shot, but it's
one
not
shot.
over.
No.
There's still a lot to be explained,
The
right?
biggest problem with Marvel Legacy is that this is coming a year after DC pretty much did the exact same thing with Rebirth.
Right.
So now you have a really high standard to compare it to. DC released the Rebirth one shot. They named their, their publishing initiative Rebirth. So all the DC universe titles are labeled Rebirth. So, and that like set the stage for like how to do not only a relaunch, but a going back to basics approach in comics. Legacy seems to be doing the exact same thing. It even kind of does some like of sort of the meta commentary that Rebirth did, but nowhere near the same level. It's like the only, like they said, like, it's a back to basics thing. The characters you love are coming back, but like a lot of the characters like we liked are still around. They're just not, because Thor Odinson is still around. He's just not Thor. He's the Odinson. Tony Stark is still around, but he's in a coma.
Yeah,
I
did see that.
I think the big thing is that Wolverine is back and Steve Rogers isn't evil anymore. But like he's in hiding because
people think he's evil.
No.
Oh god.
Secret Empire, like it made it very clear that there were two Steve Rogers, an evil one and a good one.
Right.
And everybody saw the evil one get defeated. But for some reason, the good Steve Rogers has to go into hiding, even though everybody knows the bad Steve Rogers was the bad guy.
Did I say this on the show? But Marvel just has no regard for people, for their characters' consciousness, because you had Spider-Man trapped in Doc Ock's body, and then he just dies, and then he fights back in. He takes over his own body again, but it's a different. It's not exactly Peter Parker. It's like his memories.
It was very.
So this whole Steve Rogers thing, so Steve Rogers turned evil, and then they just made a good Steve Rogers. And
Yeah, pretty much.
So like Steve Rogers is basically dead now.
Yeah.
And there's just a guy that looks just like Steve Rogers, who is now Steve Rogers. It's Marvel just doesn't. Marvel is like Rick and Morty. They
Yeah,
just
pretty
don't
much.
care about continuity or anything.
They really don't, and it's kind of frustrating, to be honest. I'm one of those people who like tries to just mix up the continuity in my head, because that's the only way to keep sane and like to follow everything. But Marvel has been making it really hard to do that. I think in the book, a character says there's like enough Thors and enough Hulks to make like a Fantastic Four of just Thors and just Hulks. So I mean that's what we're living in right now. That's the Marvel universe.
Yeah, it sounds bad. Their comics have never, like, my whole like adult life, I've been trying to get into Marvel comics. They don't make it easy.
Not too long ago, there was a point where Marvel was always the best-selling publisher.
Yeah.
Always. Like, no matter what. DC would have like the more critically acclaimed books, but Marvel always outsold DC. Always. Now, I don't know. Like, they're still an industry leader, but they're not at the same level they used to be.
Yeah. All right. Do you have something else?
Yeah, real quick. Also on the subject of Marvel, this like just broke, and it's kind of fascinating to me. Agents of Shield, the Marvel Agents of Shield TV show.
A lot of people like that.
They do. I also know a lot of people who hate it, but they sort of hate watch it right now. Apparently, last season 4 was better than it had been. But apparently, ABC was this close to canceling it because like it wasn't performing like as good as it used to be. It's not really connected to the movies anymore, so like there's no point in having it around. However, ABC was going to cancel it. Walt Disney Company came in and said, "You're not doing that."
They have that much power?
Yes. Well, ABC is owned by Disney.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So pretty much ABC's like, look, it's not performing as well. We'll free up space. We can save money, all this and that. And Disney's just like, no, this show stays on the air.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's rumored that because this decision came like fairly last minute, that's why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the new season got pushed to like January, February next year. And Inhumans is going to take the time slot now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Inhumans was going to come event like no matter what, but it's just
That's on ABC?
Yeah.
I thought Inhumans was Netflix.
No, Inhumans is ABC.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
That might be why, because it's on actual television.
Yeah, it's not getting good reviews. It's
maybe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has some stuff that's important to the movies that are coming out.
Maybe. I don't. It's weird. Like it really doesn't have anything to do with the.
Doesn't it like weave in and out like very loosely?
It's supposed to, but I don't think it does. I like the first season did, but to my knowledge, it hasn't for a very long time.
I think Disney should just take this and put it on their streaming service that they're making.
That would be a good idea.
Maybe that's why they're trying to keep it on life support, because they want to eventually move it over to the streaming service.
Because then that falls into the same camp with the new Star Trek show, Discovery, where like CBS made the show, but the only way to watch it is to subscribe to their stupid app. So it's another thing you have to subscribe to just to watch Star Trek and like CBS shows that are on regular television. So if you really want to watch Star Trek Discovery and Young Sheldon,
Young Sheldon apparently had the biggest opening of any network television show of ever.
you're kidding.
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
Jesus.
Oh, no, maybe not ever, but since... I forgot what the statistic is, but basically in the last decade, it's the biggest opening of any television show ever. Yeah, look up the stuff. I saw it in a tweet.
Young Sheldon marks the biggest comedy premiere in 4 years.
Oh, there it is. 4 years then.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the world we're living in, fellas.
Ah, jeez. Retains nearly all of its Big Bang lead-in, earning it hit status out of the gate for CBS and stomping NBC's The Voice. Young Sheldon currently ranks as the most watched comedy premiere since 2011's Two Broke Girls, and the highest rated since 2013's The Crazy Ones.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes. Those are all terrible shows.
Yeah. And I think
and they all do so well.
And I think Two Broke Girls got canceled.
I don't know. I'd like to say that somebody in the chat, I think when we said we had nothing to talk about, somebody in the chat said Grand Theft Auto on Switch. And I'd like to point out that people are clamoring, saying that Grand Theft Auto is going to be on the Switch. Because that's the headline. Grand Theft Auto on Switch. Yeah, everybody. Could be coming to Switch. The reason why people think this is because... obviously, Rockstar is releasing LA Noire on Switch.
Yes.
And this is from gadgets.nd. I don't know this website. Not only has the company plans to release LA Noire for the Nintendo Switch, but if an industry insider is to be believed, we could see Grand Theft Auto 5 made available for the Nintendo Switch. Taking to popular gaming forum NeoGAF, a user by the name of Vern replied with patience to queries of a Grand Theft Auto 5 port for the Nintendo Switch. That is the only reason why that headline exists. Because he replied patience.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's possible if LA Noire does well.
Yeah. I think that they're working on something.
Yeah. That's the thing.
And that's usually they port older games to test their engines.
Yes. And they did release Table Tennis and Bully on the Wii, on the original Wii. And those were older games that they ported to the later system.
I think that they're working on something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put too much faith in it actually becoming a reality. Because other things could come up. They got Red Dead Redemption coming out.
Yes.
They got more important things to worry about.
I feel like if LA Noire does well, they will put Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Switch. Mm-hmm. And it will sell like gangbusters. Because people,
I'll buy it.
It's still one of the best selling games, period, like every month.
I want it. I've been wanting Grand Theft Auto 5. Because I got it when it came out for PS3. I just couldn't justify buying it again for PS4.
Right.
But if it comes out for Switch, that might be enough.
Because now you have a full Grand Theft Auto experience on the go.
Yeah.
And I think people will pay again for just that.
People will be really upset if it doesn't have online, though.
Yes.
Anyway, the reason why this guy Vern in NeoGAF is so reputable is because previously Vern was the first to tease of LA Noire for the Nintendo Switch prior to Rockstar's official release. So he knows what's up.
Right.
But him saying patience, I think that's just because they're testing stuff out. I don't know if it's like an official... I wouldn't... This whole thing is stupid. There shouldn't be an article about this.
I mean, speculation is one thing, and it sounds like something that could very much happen, but we won't know until we know.
I have one more thing that's not that important.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
I saw this from your article from comicbook.com on the Switch games.
Okay.
I saw this like in the top corner, but apparently this is from June of this year. The reason why there are no X-Men in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is because fans don't remember them.
The X-Men?
Yeah.
That is the dumbest excuse I've ever heard in my life.
Capcom producers...
That makes me so mad.
Capcom producers Pete Rosas and Michael Evans didn't deny the mutant shunning. In fact, they tried to justify the lack of X-Men in a rather puzzling way. We talked with Marvel very closely about their future roadmap, about what's going to be happening. Your modern Marvel fan, maybe they don't even remember some of the X-Men characters, but they know some of the Guardian characters or Black Panther. You know what I mean? Captain Marvel may seem like a strange pick, but she's fantastic.
Oh my God.
Like,
if people don't remember X-Men, then they don't know who the hell Captain Marvel is.
That is probably one of the most insulting things I've ever heard.
I think who said that?
One of the producers of the game.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
I thought maybe it was like a Marvel guy.
No, it's someone from the Capcom side. That's really insulting because everybody knows who Wolverine is.
Yes.
He's one of the most popular comic book characters, period.
Of all time, yes.
You know, everybody knows who Magneto is. Everybody knows who Cyclops is, Storm, Professor X, Sabretooth, the Sentinels. The X-Men are some of the most popular characters.
I'm going to roll you back a little bit. We know all of those things because of the 90s show.
No, people and the movie series, all those characters are in the movie series.
Wolverine. Everybody knows Wolverine.
Yes.
Full stop, without a doubt. If you've never even seen any X-Men media before, you know who the hell Wolverine is.
Well, okay.
Just natural pop culture, you know who Wolverine is.
Well, the fact that's the thing. Like, Wolverine is the face of the X-Men.
Yeah.
And people know who he is. Mm-hmm. Like, they just do. And the fact that you're saying people don't remember the X-Men, they would remember at least Wolverine.
People know who Spawn is.
Yeah.
Like, if you show a picture of Spawn, people will be like, oh, it's Spawn.
Like, the X-Men...
And when the hell was the last time you've seen anything with Spawn in it?
Yeah, the X-Men movies have been around for 17 years. And they are some of the most popular movies out there right now, even if the quality's not all that great.
Logan just came out.
Yeah, Logan just came out. We're getting the Dark Phoenix in 2 years. Deadpool is as popular as ever. He's considered an X-Men.
Should have been in it.
It's
is Deadpool in it?
No,
he's not in it.
He's not in it.
That is dumb.
It has a smaller roster, I think, than Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which starred Wolverine, Magneto, and Deadpool.
Yep, I want to play this game.
I don't. I don't.
I just want to live in a world where Mega Man and Spider-Man get to hang out. Mega Man X.
I think the art style is bad. I heard the story is just hot trash.
Yeah, but I like that.
I'm into that. Fight, it's 2 versus 2 instead of 3 versus 3.
Yeah, I can.
That bothers me.
Take that.
It's not as over the top as the other games were. That bothers me a lot.
I do want it to be over the top.
And the fact
that's why I'm willing to put up with trash if it's over the top trash.
You think why does the story matter? We live in a world where Mortal Kombat and Injustice have some of the best storytelling in video games, period, and they're fighting games.
Yep.
And if, Mortal Kombat was considered the lower tier fighting game of the past, and now they're kicking Capcom's ass in a certain area, that's saying something.
I live for the end of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. When you do the campaign as one of the characters, spoilers for the campaign of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as Zero, you beat the game, and then it's Silver Surfer taking you back to your home planet.
Yeah.
And then he gets off, and he gets off at the original Mega Man's planet, not Mega Man X, but the original Mega Man, and he goes, oh yeah, I don't think this is the right one. That's the ending. It's just that. And that is awesome.
Well,
that is all that I want.
See, that is old school arcade style story where you just go up the battle tree.
Oh, so this isn't that?
No, this is like a Mortal Kombat full story mode.
With that upsets me.
Acted out cutscenes.
So everybody doesn't have their own ending.
I think there's still an arcade mode.
That's what I want. I want everybody to have their own ending.
I think there's still that, but because Mortal Kombat and Injustice do the same thing. There's the arcade mode where you just go up the tree and you each character gets their own specific ending. Then there's an actual story mode that's 6 to 8 hours. You play as every character, and it's this whole grand opera of a show that you get to watch. And the Injustice ones are really good. Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
Okay, I'll just touch on this real quick. We got more info on the Atari box, Will.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Atari? The new Atari box console, priced and dated. This is from Eurogamer. Mm-hmm. The Atari box console will cost between $250 and $300, which is a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
And begin shipping late spring 2018. Inside the petite PC... for it runs Linux with a custom interface, will be an AMD processor and Radeon graphics card. Atari said in a newsletter. The Atari box will be capable of doing more or less everything a Linux PC can do, including playing other games than the retro pre-installed Atari lot. What those Atari games will be, we don't know, but apparently there will be tons of them, in quotes, tons. And we will hear more soon. So we basically don't know anything except what it looks like, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, there's going to be an Indiegogo campaign for it.
That is weird.
Yeah, a lot of things are doing that.
Atari took the opportunity to share more pictures of the, I must say, rather fetching thin, curvy slab of a machine. What you see are pictures of the first prototypes, and the wood, incidentally, is wood, which is pleasing. Wouldn't you say? You wrote wood.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Oh, God, I hate this. As we've previously heard, the Atari box will be available via an Indiegogo campaign this autumn, so, quote, pretty soon. Atari said crowdfunding campaigns for hardware can be a good way to judge production amounts. Okay. Or, in Atari's words, quote, we want you to have early access, grab special editions and pricing, and to have you as active partners in the rollout of Atari Box. We want you to be part of the story. Let's just hope that story has a happier ending than that of crowdfunding Android micro console Ouya. Forgot that was crowdsourced, which launched, flopped, ran into debt, and then sold piecemeal to Razer. I don't think this is going to be good.
Who is this for?
Yeah, $250 to $300.
Yeah,
for this.
You can get a PS4 or an Xbox One for that price.
Yeah,
and that has a huge. Both of them have a huge library of games, respectively.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah,
this is the first bit of hardware from Atari for a while, so this is a collector's thing. But I don't know what people think. People think they can compete. People see the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic, and they're like, hey, we can do that.
Well, the thing is...
And you can't.
Atari for years was licensing their name to Atari Flashback home consoles.
And that's why they can't.
Those sold very well. And they just released an HD version of that thing for like $80. And by all intents and purposes, it's not bad. It's not the NES Classic, but it's not bad. If people want to play Atari games, just buy that. And if you want a custom PC to play video games on, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but you can build a PC for that price that can play the same things, probably even more, and it'll probably be more powerful.
Yes. But then you have people like At Games.
Yes.
At Games is like, you saw all the news about the Super Nintendo Classic. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We've got the Sega Genesis Classic, the new one, and we got the Atari box. Here's the press release. Check it out. And they send 1,000 emails out. And it's like, dude, you are not Nintendo.
Apparently, their Atari Flashback isn't bad. The new HD one, but the Genesis one is garbage.
The other Atari Flashbacks weren't bad.
No,
but the Genesis things are bad.
The thing is, the previous Atari ones were all SD. The one that they just came out with is HD. But now you have this stupid thing coming out.
Yeah,
you're splitting your market because you're gonna have people who just want the old Atari games. They're not gonna pay $300 for it. And then you have people who want a custom PC. They're not going to, buy an Atari box.
This thing at most should be $100. At most.
Yeah, at most. And it shouldn't ape the 52... No, sorry, the 2600. It shouldn't ape the 2600 style.
Tevia says, this is for nobody. Mr. Brockarock says, anyone that is looking at this, go get a Switch. A Simone Stick says Sega can come out with a Genesis Classic and it will do well. Yeah, if
Sega actually made it, but the one that's currently made by At Games is terrible.
Yeah, it's trash. So forget that.
Yeah,
and Sega would be better off just releasing all their stuff on Virtual Console or doing a pack, doing a collection for Switch.
They're usually the first people to do that.
Yeah,
I'm surprised it's taken them so long.
Well, it is time for the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
I decided instead of the intro, instead of the little music, you're just going to do that.
All right, I can do that.
This one is from our best friend, Masahiro Sakurai.
Yeah.
It's quite a trip. So I have to queue it up. All right,
Our best thing, Masahiro Sakurai parody account.
Yes, it says, I in quotes, I bet 2017 will have flying cars. 2017. That's Woody from Toy Story inside of Breath of the Wild.
That's pretty funny.
And that's it. But same account.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't look at my notes. Don't look at my notes, everybody. Same account also tweeted. Once it loads. Oh, this is good too. Here you go. Another video. That was Mario and Luigi from Hotel Mario walking in New Donk City.
That's funny.
This is Masahiro Sakurai, the parody account. He's the guy who made freaking Kirby and
Smash Brothers.
But obviously it's a parody account. That's all I got, Will.
So I guess now is the time we talk to you.
Yes, so you can use the hashtag Wulff Den Live if you're not here. You could also just talk to us in chat, or you can comment on last week's Wulff Den episode, the live episode, and we will talk to you there.
Yes.
Normally after this, I stream on Twitch. I'm not going to do that tonight because I'm going out. I have a hot date tonight.
Oh,
I don't actually have a date, but I'm not going to be here. So that won't happen. But it's the end of the month, so I sent out an email to all of my Twitch subscribers. They have to give me their address so I can send them a sketch card. And also, October 2nd is the last, that ends half off Twitch subs. So if you want a half off sketch card, you need to subscribe to me right now. And I'll work on them sometime this week. All right, where's the hashtag? Give me the hashtag.
From last week's Wulff Den Live, Straight Blazing 7. Your audio was quite low all the time. I had to plug in my phone into speakers. The audio was pretty low. I had to crank it a little bit for the audio for the podcast.
I redid it this week.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I was playing with it a lot. I did notice it was low.
Okay.
So hopefully this week fixes it. If not, we need to find a solution because if I put it too high, then we peak. So
yeah.
But yeah, because since I've been doing the gameplay streams, I had to redo everything. So hopefully this week is better. But I appreciate your feedback. Where are we? Hashtag Wulff Den Live, Titanium Brains. I finished watching all of Bob's game videos. Now it's Will's turn. Oh, he's on to you. Thank you for the binge watch.
Yeah.
Bob, this is from Michael Rodriguez. Bob, if you ever cut your hair short or shave, will you change your icon to reflect your new look? Same if Will gets contacts or the LASIK. Maybe.
I mean, I don't have long hair anymore.
There was a point in time where I parted my hair in the middle, and I still left it like a side part.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. I'm going to be changing those graphics pretty soon, but I'm pretty sure the icons are going to stay. I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
That's how I want you guys to remember me, with my hair down.
The cool
here.
Will.
Yeah, not bald Will.
Simone Sig, hashtag World Live. With the Super Nintendo Classic releasing on Friday and the success of the NES Classic, do you think Nintendo will make an N64 Classic? Without a doubt.
Yeah, I just don't know when.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be next year. I think they'll wait.
I don't think it'll be next year because next year they're re-releasing the NES Classic.
Oh yeah,
I think they're like finally figuring out like people want these things, so they're gonna like keep them in more rotation.
I got a text the other day that said, "Oh, I'm at Walmart and they have like 5 Switches," and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah.
And the guy said, "Man, the hype is really dying down." I was like, "No, that just means that they're ramping up production. The hype isn't. It's the best-selling console month after month."
I read somewhere that Reggie said they drastically increased production.
Yeah, they're trying really hard, and it's not just because it's not a manufactured scarcity issue. The holidays are coming; they need to make money. They need to be ready for the holidays, and even though they're ramping up production this much, I don't think they're going to be able to meet demand for the holidays.
Yeah.
I think in like another 2 months, you're not going to see them.
Probably.
But they're trying really hard.
Yeah.
Augustin, hashtag Wulff Den Live. Well, it's also confirmed that the new Mario is 60 frames per second at all times, so PC Master Race can calm down a little bit. He also says, Will, which comic would you recommend buying first, Infinity or Spider-Gwen? What is Infinity?
Infinity. I think that was an event. That was an Infinity Gauntlet type event. It was from a few years ago. Probably that. I'm not into Spider-Gwen. I know everybody else is.
How dare you? Abram. The menus on Arcade Archives Mario Brothers Switch are terrible. Keeps freezing and crashing. Game is great, but UI is no good. That is not good because they're probably going to use the exact same UI for the other ones.
Yeah.
So they better fix that. Mm-hmm. Do you have last week's up?
Yeah, I do. I just had one. Hold on. Bearded Dragons. I wish I had a Switch. My mom says it's too much money.
Then you probably shouldn't get it because it's too much money.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember growing up, we always wanted Super Nintendo.
No, we always wanted a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, then we got one.
Yeah.
But then we wanted a Super Nintendo.
We never.
I wanted a Super Nintendo.
You wanted a
Screw
Super Nintendo.
Also a PlayStation, also a Dreamcast.
We definitely wanted a Dreamcast.
We always got one system.
Yeah.
And then we always wanted the other system.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that was never going to happen.
Until I was in high school and I had enough money to buy a second system.
Yes.
And my one friend gave me his Dreamcast, so.
Also, that's a lot of reason why I had a PC phase. Is because I had I slowly built a PC, and then I just got everything on PC because I could get free games because I was a troubled child.
Yeah. Bat Mabel, there is actually a way for you to edit the Joy-Con software so it shows up the color you want on your Switch. Yes,
I did that.
You did that.
I might do an update to my my custom Switch video. I don't know when though.
Yeah, so I won't say what it is. So
no, you could say it.
All right. So there, apparently, in the Joy-Cons, there's a hex code.
Yes.
That links to the color of whatever the Joy-Con is.
There's also one for the buttons, a separate hex code for the color of the buttons.
Really?
But it's all of the buttons, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because so far, we haven't seen different color buttons.
Yeah.
But that also means that it won't be able to display multicolored buttons. So if you have like a Super Nintendo layout, like a Super Famicom layout, it won't be able to display that.
That's interesting.
It's either all of the buttons. It has to be all of the buttons. All of the buttons are under one hex code. So they would either have to update with firmware, or which I don't think they're going to do because that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very simple program actually.
Yeah, but that's really interesting because that means that like they thought about this and that they are going to release a lot of different colored versions of Switch
which
controllers.
is very smart. But again, they didn't think about having multicolored buttons, which so I don't. That might mean eventually you won't be seeing multicolored buttons.
Yeah,
but you could see different colored buttons, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Don Draper from last week. Will, what do you make of the cast of Justice League coming to town, Long Island, in December without Ben Affleck? I didn't realize they were coming. Apparently, there's some Ace Comic Con on Long Island, and everybody except Ben Affleck is going to be there. It's funny. No, I'm looking at this website, and it's celebrity guests. It's the cast of Justice League: Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher to play Cyborg, Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, Kyron Hines, and The Undertaker.
Like the wrestler?
Yeah.
Is he? Why is he there?
I don't know. I think
he's not in the movie.
No, I think he's just like he happens to also be at this con, so they just put him here.
Oh, okay.
Their confirmed guest is the cast of Justice League and The Undertaker.
I thought it was like a panel. I didn't know. Okay.
This is interesting. I'll have to look into this. I'll have to talk to everybody and be like, yo, why is Gal the only one who knows what she's doing around here? Also, Undertaker, please come back. Don't go out to Roman Reigns like that. We need one more match.
Also, Comic-Con is in 2 weeks?
Yes.
New York Comic-Con is in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Or is it next week?
It's next week.
Oh, it is next week.
Yeah.
Okay. New York Comic-Con is next week. We will both be there.
We will be there.
Say hi.
Hi.
Also, we got a lot of emails, and you need to look through all of them, and because they're all like media appointments and stuff.
I know.
If you want to like
I was
to anybody.
I'm looking through them.
There's a lot of like you can get into a lot of panels and stuff.
Yeah.
I care about none of it.
I don't mean either. But we'll talk about that off stream.
Yes. So if you see us at Comic-Con, say hi. Yeah. I will not be wearing this hat. Archangel in the chat, I mean, in the comments says, get a job. I'm not giving you money. I'm friggin' broke. I don't want it. I don't want your money. I just want your eyeball.
Yeah.
Give me your eyeball.
We'd rather that than your money.
Don't give me your money.
Yeah. Fall on. I got lost looking at that con. Kali Motion feels lonely being the only guy who liked Iron Fist. Also, totally agree with Will on the Terminator TV show. When that show got it, it really nailed the whole idea of Terminator. I know, like, I've heard like one or two people talk about Iron Fist being good or okay or whatnot, and it's strange to me because it really was mostly about him trying to get his business back. You know, Iron Fist is a mystical ninja who fights a dragon, and the whole show is about him trying to get his company back through boardroom meetings and shady business deals.
That's dumb. Muhammad last week said...
You know who liked the Iron Fist show?
No.
Rob Liefeld.
Rob Liefeld has questionable taste. Muhammad said, which videos of yours were surprisingly successful? What's the Wulff Den version of Tremors? That's a very good question.
That's a very good question.
My PC Master Race video was surprisingly popular. I wouldn't say successsul.
Any video of mine that does over like 5,000 views is surprisingly successful to me.
You had the one about Marvel's diversity. I think that was it did better than expected, but I expected it to do pretty good. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. Well, the first one that was like a breakout was the PS4 disc eject issue.
Yeah, we still get stuff for that.
That was surprising. So was the How to Make Money on Twitch video.
Yeah,
those were like very surprising how big those got. Also, there's a couple. The Wulff Den live videos have been doing damn good.
Yes,
like
they have.
Like the VODs, which is very surprising. So those are surprising because they're an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Why do people want to sit through little old me? All right, now I'm in the chat here.
All right.
Tommy Ross says, who is the Undertaker? Google it. Google the Undertaker. Andy says, will you get the Spider-Man for the PS4? Yes. How will you play that?
What do you mean, how will I play that?
How will you play Spider-Man for the PS4?
I have a PS4.
You have a PS4?
Yeah, I bought a PS4.
When did you buy a PS4?
Amazon Prime Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was cheap. It came with Uncharted 4 and like a whole bunch of comics for some reason.
I totally forgot about that.
I haven't hooked it up yet, but I have it, so I'm ready when the day comes.
Thongmaster says Bob's going to have to update his date tonight with some firmware. I don't know why that's
a
funny.
good one.
Really, what's happening is our friend Jerry is moving to LA tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Or in 2 days, and this is his last day on Earth. Meowsy says bought Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 in full regret mode. Could have sponsored Wulff Den for almost a year. I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
I got really triggered because I saw a video. Somebody made a YouTube video that was a thumbnail of Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and it says 30 frames per second, ... Playable, question mark? God forbid.
Tevia asks, Will, any opinion on the upcoming Teen Titans Go movie happening? There's no way that can be good. Teen Titans Go is 11 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, the Aquazine Hunger Force movie was just barely good because they went so bonkers with it. I don't see like how Teen Titans Go can stretch that out to like 70 minutes or however long it's going to be.
Jimmy Boy H says, Bob, you look like a 1970s train driver, not a conductor.
A driver.
A driver. With that hat, LOL. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I capture Will? Nope. What is your favorite band, says Andy?
Weezer.
That's a tough... No, I can't do that. I like a lot of weird things. Check out As Cities Burn. I love As Cities Burn, and not a lot of people like them. I also like Under Oath a lot, but I'm weird, and I like their newer stuff. The Seatbelts, the guys who did the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. I don't know, favorite. Also, the new Paramore album is incredible.
They came out with something last year, right?
No, this is their first album in like 7 years. I think I gotta look that up.
Because I heard like a lot of their new stuff, and
The album After Laughter that they just came out with is incredible.
okay, I think we're thinking of the same thing. I just didn't know if it came out or not.
The first song on it sounds like a Talking Heads song.
Yeah.
Discography. Their last album was just titled Paramore in 2013. So, how many? That was 4 years. Or is that not? Is that even a full album, or is that like a greatest hits thing?
I don't know. I haven't followed Paramore since like Riot.
Does it have a track list? No. I'm pretty sure this is all new stuff. Okay, so it's been 4 years since they've came out with an album.
Okay, I am thinking of this album because Hard Times came out in April.
Yeah, it came out a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But it's damn good.
Yeah, it's very good.
So it's the fourth studio album by American Rock Paramore. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, so the album Paramore came out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been 4 years since they came out with an album. And it's damn good. Oh, and the most important thing is that they got their drummer back. And I freaking love that guy. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Because he is influenced by the drummer of Under Oath.
There you go.
All the original Paramore stuff, the drums sound just like Under Oath. Also, Haley, the singer of Paramore. I'm just going to go on a little Paramore rant.
Go
the
for
singer of Paramore loves, what the hell's that band? Oh, God, what's that band?
What are they saying?
Oh, God, I can't think of the music they play. God, After Laughter. Give me After Laughter.
Well, while you do that,
I spelled that very wrong.
People are talking about me being uncatchable. Viper says, of course Will is uncatchable. He's wearing a hat.
That is true.
That is true.
I thought if they were wearing hats, oh, no, you have to knock the hat off.
Yeah. People are asking me about Detective Comics this week. I didn't read it yet, and that's the one where Tim Drake starts to come back.
Me Without You. Haley from Paramore loves the band Me Without You, which is really weird because they're like kind of a hardcore band. They're like pretty heavy. What they just call it American rock band, but no, they're like kind of hardcore. Okay, indie rock, post hardcore, and he is on. This guy sings on the second to last song, which is very bizarre.
Yeah, but
it's very good. So they're very hardcore influenced.
Yeah. Omniverse Will, great video this week. What is your favorite Punisher story? Thank you. I always, I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite Punisher story, but I always point people to the Greg Rucka Punisher story. I did a video on it. Check it out. Because it's concise, it's short, and it gives you a really good idea of how to handle the Punisher the best. It's a different take on what people think of when they think of the Punisher, but it works.
Christian in the chat says, Bob, did you know Under Oath's first drummer filled in with when Paramore's drummer left? I know that Aaron Gillespie filled in. I think there was a drummer before him in Under Oath. I think before the first album came out, there was another drummer.
Right.
But Aaron was like their main drummer for a long time. But I did see that. That was cool. I like that. I like the a lot of people don't like their Under Oath's last album, but it had the drummer of Norma Jean. He's very good. In case anybody likes hardcore and wants to talk about it. Let's take like two more because I gotta put all the tags on this, and then I gotta get the hell out of here. Oh, again, no Twitch stream tonight. I am very sorry. I will hopefully try to fix that tomorrow. But tomorrow, me and our father are going to a disaster preparedness class at night.
Yep.
So there's that.
That should be fun.
Thongmaster says hashtag Ouya Master Race.
That could be a thing.
Nope, it can't. Can't be a thing. Well, Frosty, hello. I saw you tweet. I didn't see, but thank you. So you tweeted something about us. It's at Addix says, "What's your opinion on the new Xbox One dashboard? Do you know what it looks like? I don't know.
I haven't seen it. I'm still using whatever the current dashboard is. I know everything they.
Well, you have to choose to update it. It doesn't automatically update.
It automatically updates. I don't think it's out. I don't think it's like out of like beta or whatever yet. I know every time they release an update, it is better, but it takes me forever to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like like they moved your games library to the top, but I still scroll all the way to the bottom to look for it.
Xbox has notoriously had a bad dashboard. The Xbox One.
Yeah.
The PS4 is okay.
Yeah.
The Switch is very good until you get too many games.
Yeah.
And then it's got the exact same problem that the PS4 has, where it's all in one line.
Yeah. No.
Eventually, they're going to have to stack it or do something.
Stack or get a folder system.
A folder system would be good.
Yeah.
With A to Z.
Yeah. Oh, my mouse is in the way. Laroon left 7. Will best one shot Batman villain. Phantasm. It's probably just Phantasm.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one more. It better be a good one.
Or else.
Pigeon says, talk about Smash on Switch. No. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for talking with us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern right here. YouTube.com/Wulff Den. Make sure you subscribe to see that and click the little bell icon thing so that you get notified when we go live. Or if you prefer to listen to us instead of watching us, that's cool. We are on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play as an audio podcast. And if you listen to us there, make sure you subscribe to us there and rate and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
I usually stream right after this. I will not be doing that because I have a prior obligation, but I will try to stream tomorrow or Friday, which I also have other obligations. So it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to try because it's the end of the month and I do my drawings for the Twitch subs. And if you sub, it's half off right now until Monday, I think. So then I get to draw a little card and mail it to you. It's free with the sub, of course. Also, you can sponsor us on YouTube Gaming now. I am trying to stream on Sundays, YouTube Gaming. It's very difficult for me. You got to click the bell here, and you got to click the bell on Twitch if you want to get notifications when I go live. But thank you to our new sponsor, Molly, I believe. Yes, Molly. And Aiden sponsored us yesterday. We have 9 sponsors. Once we hit 20, which I think is possible, it sounds pretty far,
yeah,
but I don't think it is too far, I will play Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and I'll stream it, and you can see the curmudgeon all over my face. Yeah, thank you guys for being here, and we're going to go. Goodbye.
Bye.